As we know, technology has advanced significantly over the past 20 years, whether that's taking pictures, talking to people, getting in contact with family, talking to people across the world. It has advanced so much, especially this little device right here is what we call the smartphone. And with that improvement and advancement, so does the camera. And I myself included use a lot when it comes to my photography, video editing, etc., etc. But obviously over the past couple of years, it's been having some competition. And that's where the Canon comes in. So the challenge today is, can the iPhone live up to its potential and become better than the Canon camera? Or this DSLR mirrorless camera take first place again and stands alone at the top when it comes to photography / videography? And don't get me wrong, I use both for photography and videography, and it's amazing. They both have their pros and cons. So I guess today we're gonna put that to the test and see who is truly at the top. Now, me personally, I'm voting for my Canon because I paid a lot of money for it. But at the same time, the iPhone is amazing, so don't get me wrong. So yeah, we're gonna go into town, get a good couple flicks in, and we're gonna compare and contrast. So let's go. You know, it's always awkward when you're trying to get content, especially in public, because everyone is literally just staring at you. So you gotta be like, act all normal, and then if they ask you, you're like, oh, I'm just getting content. But to see you talking to yourself through a camera, and they're like, well, that guy's weird. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm like, yes, I do. But sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, you know? And do your own thing. There we go. Oh, no, you guys are good. No, I didn't see you guys there. I'm so sorry.
You're up there.
No, thank you.
You don't want to miss it?
I appreciate it. Yeah. And then sometimes you have nice people actually here. Let me see. So I don't know if you guys can see these, but I found these cool little bears. I thought it would be a good idea to capture them with my camera. I don't know what it's gonna turn out. I mean, the sun is about to head down, but I mean, there's nothing a little Lightroom can't do, so we're gonna try to do it. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna try to get a picture of that little sign. It has like the little, that right there. I don't know, it looks interesting, and these people are talking too much. But hopefully you guys don't pick up that audio. So we're gonna try to get it. Let's see. What type of restaurant is this? Biscuit? I don't know what the fuck this is. I've been here for 4 years and I still don't know what it is. But we're gonna get it. We'll see how we do in post edit. But we're gonna get it with the iPhone now. All right, I think we got most of our pictures. So we're gonna head back to the house and we're going to see what they look like. Hopefully I can get there safe. While trying to cross the street, even though I had the right of way, a Tesla almost tried to run into me. So I guess Tesla think they have the right of way to do everything, but I survived. So see you back at the house. All right, we made it back to the house safe and soundly. It's 2 days later. The video you just saw earlier, that was 2 days ago. And that's 2 days later. Because I didn't feel like doing it then. So I'm doing it now. But as you can see on the screen, if we come to here, I kind of filtered them to make it easier for me. But we got the 5 stars. Those were taken by the Canon. And then we have the ones that I flagged, which are the same, but taken by the iPhone. So obviously, like I said, stated earlier in the video, the goal is to see which one will turn out better after editing, in a sense. So you guys are gonna watch me do that, and hopefully you'll learn something. So yeah. All right, I moved my camera just in case you guys couldn't see me, but as you can see, we have iPhone. Oh shit. This is iPhone or camera? Oh shit. See, I can't even tell. Oh, darn. So this is iPhone, camera, iPhone, camera, iPhone. My screen went black on me. Camera, iPhone, camera. Oh wow, that is beautiful. iPhone, camera, iPhone, camera, iPhone, camera. Oh my gosh. Honestly, just based off of that, and obviously I didn't get the same angles I wanted to with both, obviously, since they're 2 different devices. But before I even edit these, man, honestly, I feel like the Canon and this one already won. Like within the post edit, before I even finalized everything, just the photos themselves, Canon, it definitely won. Don't get me wrong, iPhone is not bad. Like I said, I couldn't get the same angle for each. You know what I mean? Some things you can do better with one versus the other, and vice versa and vice versa. But we're not gonna, you know, we're not gonna criticize the iPhone too much. Like, the battle's not over with yet. Like I said, Lightroom can do amazing things. So the goal is try to do to keep it fair, is to do the same edits for each photo. So like, if I do something to the first photo, I'm gonna do it to the second one. That represents the same, and so on and so on and so on, just to keep it fair. But yeah, so obviously we're going to start off with this wonderful mural of an artist that did this. And like I said, this is the iPhone. So yeah, I mean, pretty much what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I should fast forward through this part. Okay, well, it turns out I did decide to fast forward because this took a lot longer than expected. So yeah, it's fast forwarded now. You're welcome. That's not really the goal of this video. The goal of the video is to see which one is better. But I guess it doesn't hurt if I actually go with it through you guys and be like, oh wow, this is what I do. What I do when I do. Anyway, you get the point. All right. Okay, so I am done with the first one. I didn't want to do too much to it, just a little touch up. As obviously you saw the video, I removed the little stop sign. I felt like it was unnecessary. It just took away from this little yellow parking thing. To this day, I still don't know what they call this thing. A park stumper, parky, whatever the fuck you call it. Actually, no. what I can do to bring the building out, what I can do to the sky, and I didn't even think about this. I can bring down the exposure just a tiny bit. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's all. So, yeah, this is all I'm going to do to this one. And this is the iPhone, by the way. This is the iPhone. So keep that in mind. So we're going to compare and contrast the before and after. Well, hold on. If it let, there we go. The before and after. Wow. Good job, Sydney. You did that. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, on to the Canon. I think the only major difference is obviously the angle and the blurry of the background. It's more focused on this little parky thingy. And honestly, I kind of like that better because it just makes it stand out that much more. So like I said, with this one as well, I'm just gonna fast forward and show you the final result afterwards. So once again, I'm gonna remind myself in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I believe I'm finished, and don't, as much as these presets look fire and I would love to use them, like I said, I'm not a big fan of them unless I absolutely need to use them. I kind of like to do it myself. Obviously that's the best way to learn, but neither here nor there. We're going to compare and see what it looks like. Oh wow, okay. So we got the, not too much of a difference. The only thing I did was I sharpened up the quality of the parking thingy. I gave it a little bit more color. I felt like on the left it wasn't as vibrant. Now it is. In the sky, I dimmed the exposure down a little bit and gave it more saturation, so a little bit more color. And I also removed the car. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I removed the car as well. I just felt like they really need it, but that's just my opinion. I'm going to keep the parking thingy in there, just for shits and giggles, just to make sure it's different from this the iPhone image. But yeah, this is the before and after of each one. Obviously, what I'll do in the video as well, I'll put like a little quiz. It's like, which one do you think is better? And then you guys can choose. And yeah, have fun with it. Okay, on to the next. So this was downtown, like in the alley. I think actually got started at the beginning of the video. That's where I took this photo at. Took a picture of that car. And the people were walking through like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry we didn't want to ruin your art. Well, you did. No, it's fine. They didn't. The only difference I would say versus the camera on the iPhone versus the Canon, I did vertical. So I did vertical on the Canon, obviously, as you can tell, and horizontal on the iPhone, but pretty much somewhat the same angle. So we're going to work on the iPhone first, as always, you know the drill. And well, for the load. Uh-oh. Well, I don't think it's gonna load. There we go. Look at that. A little magic. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, so as much as I like the car, and the whole scenery and just like the background of that photo in general, usually I would keep everything, right? But in this instance, the main focus is the car, and everything around it was just too much of a distraction, at least in my opinion. Like obviously, like in the Canon photo, it's just the car. So I feel like I have to make it fair and make the iPhone just the car itself. But don't get me wrong, everything else around it was amazing. But I did do something stupid. I cropped out, I think I removed some objects and I just turned around and cropped it out. So I could have just cropped it out in the first place without having to remove it. So that sucks. But I removed the building that was in the sky. I gave it a little bit down of exposure. Also gave the picture itself more of a cool vibe. Instead of like warm and vibrant, more cool and just mellow, and bluish in a sense. Hopefully if you're not colorblind, you can see that. But if you are, not my problem. Anyway, I also sharpened up the texture and the detail of everything. And this is what we have. Ooh, 2 monitors. Whoa, I can do that. Cool. But before and after. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. Well, I don't know. I feel like the sky is too much. Hold on. So let's do this. Max, sky. And then it's a little bit better. Okay. I thought the sky is too blue now. I don't like that. Okay, there we go. All right. The fuck? No. Oh shit. I wanted the original. Why did you get rid of the original? Why? Why did you do that? Lightroom, I like you sometimes, but sometimes I don't. But that's okay. You'll see the original again. But this is the before and after. Why did it do that? I mean, I know why I did it. It's just no. But anyway, on to the Canon. All right, so I really like this one. Well, let's get to work. And 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. So this is the before and after for these. Actually, yeah. Actually, I have a better idea. So this video is already going on 25 plus minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna let you guys choose. And let you vote. So I'm gonna post it on my socials, on my channel as well. And then I'm gonna compare the two, and I'm gonna obviously let you know which one's iPhone, which one's Canon. I am sorry, I am losing it. But still, I'm still gonna go and fast forward and edit each video, I bet each photo. But I just know I'm already at 23 minutes. So instead of me choosing, I'm gonna let you guys choose based on the final results. So you can skip to the end and see the final results, or you can, watch the whole video and see my process of doing it. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let's go on to the third. Ugh. I don't know how I was thinking when I did this. I really don't. But shit, we're gonna edit it, so let's get it. Okay, so I am obviously done. I think it can use a little bit more work, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna keep it on a time crunch. But obviously I'm just going to do the same as if, you know, with the rest. You get the point. I'm tired of explaining it. Just fast forward. Okay, onto the Canon. You know what I just realized? I'm stupid, and I've worked in Lightroom for I don't know how many years. And I knew when I could do it, I just wasn't thinking in the moment that I could do it now. Instead of trying to copy every single edit I've done, I could just copy the same edit I did on one photo and put it on the next one and just see which one looks better. I am very stupid, or I am just a genius. Regardless, I hate that it took me that long to do that to begin with. But it's okay. On to the next. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? We're gonna do 4 photos. We're gonna save these. Yeah, we do 4. We're gonna do 4. You guys, we're gonna do 4. Let's do. Ooh, loading. And this is honestly, this is my favorite one. Well, this is my favorite photo. This is from the Canon, by the way. As I stated earlier, but this really, what I try to do, because they're both so different but the same at the same time, even they're like the same photo, but we're gonna work with it, so let's get it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't think, I mean, is there a way? Yes, but it's gonna take me a very long time to get it from this to this. Maybe that's because I'm inexperienced. Who knows? I don't know. These two photos, even though they're the same, they're just very hard to compare because obviously my iPhone and camera had different settings when I was taking this photo. This one is just a masterpiece, and honestly, I might not even edit this because of how good it looks. Like some photos you take, it's just those rare ones where you genuinely don't have to do anything to it. Maybe it's like a crop or remove that, but for the most part, you just have to do nothing to it. And I feel like this photo here, I'm just gonna leave it as is. So I edited the iPhone version, but the camera version, the Canon version, honestly, I'm just gonna leave it as is because it is amazing. So, and you guys, like I said, you guys can vote and let me know. So, but I think it is fine just the way it is. So with that being said, on to the next. I'm doing the last one, so I don't know if I'm gonna do this one. The capital. This is the capital, by the way, of where I'm at. They're just so good. It's just so good. All right, so this is the iPhone version. We're gonna do the rock. This is our last one. We're gonna get into it. So let's get it. Bro, I am the GOAT. Look at that. Look at that. I should be on National Geographic. But they're not gonna put me on there, and that's okay. But with these photos, man, I mean, obviously there's so much more I could do to it, but just from a time point of view, man, from a time crunch point of view, wow. I didn't even do much. Like photos like these, like you genuinely don't have to do much. And like I said, my mindset is different from other photographers, but this is just my opinion. Sure, can I do more? Sure. But I don't need to. Because at the end of the day, the main focus is this little rock. Maybe what I can do is bring down the exposure of the background so you can focus more on the rock. And actually, maybe I will do that. But I don't want to make it look too artificial. And if I do that, then I'm gonna have to do the rest for this in the back. So let's do that real quick, actually. Let's do that. So come here, that as well. Bro, genius. Look at that. Genius. But let me stop being such a freaking narcissist. Anyway, so those are the photos that I edited. I kind of, like I said, I didn't want to bore you guys. It's already, what, almost 40 minutes as I'm looking at the recording. So I decided to fast forward each one, and then you can see the before and after of each photo. Wait a minute, I'm not done. This is the iPhone. I'm onto the Canon now. Psych, y'all thought y'all was leaving. Y'all probably ought to love though. I highly doubt somebody stayed till 40 minutes. But if you did, very much appreciate it. But let me edit this one real quick, actually. Okay, cool. So, boom. This is the Canon version, by the way. Canon. Remember that. So, obviously, you saw what I did. Gave it more color. Blurred the background just a tiny bit. Exposed the rock a little bit more. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did. But those are the final results for each one. I feel like I did pretty good. Wow, that was almost 40 minutes. That is crazy. Time goes by so fast, man. But yeah, I feel like it was good. Very good. Very good. Very good. I gotta stop. Let me stop. Well, there you have it. Those are the before and final images of the iPhone Air and my Canon 250D. Like I said numerous times in this video, I will let you guys decide which one you think is best. I already know what I feel, but I want to know what you guys feel. So definitely let me know. And if you guys want to see more content like this, let me know as well. I do apologize for it being all over the place, but I overthink and maybe I think too much. And I think about things. I'm like, wait a minute, I could have done that in the beginning of the video, but I didn't. But I'm also glad you guys can see that, because not people that create videos or do this are perfect. Like, they edit it out. And sometimes I like to keep the raw stuff in, because I'm not the only one that goes through this or does this, because we're all human. So, but on a serious note, I hope you guys did enjoy it. You learned something. But like I said, I don't want to keep it too long, because the editing process for each photo, because I did what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, shit. How many photos did I do? I think I did 6. No, I didn't. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 5. So that's 10 photos technically each. And editing each one that would have drawn out the video like way too long, so I just fast forward. You get the point. But like I said, let me know which one you think is best, iPhone or Canon. And yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, each has their pros and cons. Each has their own reasoning of being used at the time and place that they are being used at. I use mine for specific reasons as well, so it just depends on the user, the customer, or whatever you want to call them, that is using the product and why are they using it for. So yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, subscribe, please subscribe. Almost at 600 subscribers, man. I need like two more. Let's go ahead and hit that. But yeah, until then, you guys have a wonderful day. Stay humble, stay hopeful, subscribe to the podcast, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Why do I always do that every single video?